Hello guys, I'm Chandan. Okay, so today we're going to start Jdbc. Jdbc means what? Java Database Connectivity. What do you understand by the sentence like Java Database Connectivity? Means to connect Java application to the database, means to communicate with the database. We have to perform the crowd operation like inserting, updating, deleting. So we have to perform the crowd operation. That's why we are using Jdbc, because see, Java syntax is different, database syntax is different. Both are different applications. Okay, so we need to interact with each other. Okay, so that's why we are using Jdbc. Jdbc is an API. It's an API. Okay. API means application programming interface. Interface means having some extra abstract method. Okay. We have to override them and we have to provide our implementation. So, and as I said that Jdbc is an API that allows to communicate with the database. Okay. And it provides, that API provides several predefined classes and interfaces and methods. With the help of that classes and interface methods, we can communicate with the database. Okay. And I said that it is used to perform some crowd operations. Okay, having predefined classes, interfaces, methods. Okay, and used to perform crowd operations in the database. Okay, so what about Jdbc or more? Jdbc stands for Java Database Connectivity. It have some predefined classes, interfaces, methods used to perform crowd operations in the database. Okay. See, there are several steps to connect to database or to perform operation in the database. Like here, Java is something different language. Database is something different language. Java for database we are using SQL, MySQL. Both are different syntax. Okay. How you can connect? You have to remember the 5 steps. Okay. Ultimate 5 steps. This is the key steps. Okay. While working with Jdbc. What are the 5 steps? The first is loading and registering the driver software. What is the driver software and what it will do? See, driver software is like a translator. Java cannot understand our database syntax. Database cannot understand our Java syntax. Okay. Between them, we have a translator who can understand the both syntax of both languages. Okay. Driver is the software. We have to load and register. Explicitly or manually we have to do in our project. Okay. Second, after loading and registering, see, I can get the detail here. How you can load and install the driver software? How? See, there is an inbuilt class or built-in class called name itself class. Okay, having a static method called for name. Okay, there are two ways, several ways maybe, I don't know, but two ways I know. But this is the mainly used UI. Okay, class dot for name inbuilt class. It's a static method. I can use it. It will say it is a built-in class. It's a static method inside this class. Okay, and it's taking parameter as a string with the fully qualified path of a driver software. Fully qualified path of driver software. We have to pass the fully qualified path of a driver software. Driver software means driver class. Okay, you have to pass the fully qualified path. So this is the first step, loading and registering the driver software. Explicitly we have to do. So the second step, what is the second step? Second step is establish the connection between Java and database. Okay, so how we can establish the connection between Java and database? See, there is a built-in class also, driver manager. It's a built-in class having a method, static method, get connection. It's taking parameter as three parameter: URL, database URL, database username, database password. Okay, it's a overloaded method. Sometimes it take database username, URL, password. Sometimes it take only URL. Okay, you have to use delimiter for that. Only URL, overloaded method. It's an overloaded method. URL, username and password. It's a overloaded method. Driver manager class, it's present in Java.SQL package. Okay, so it's having a static method called get connection. Okay. And it is used to establish the connection between Java and database. Okay, so it returns a interface type like connection. It's a reference variable. Connection is interface. Okay, it returns interface type, connection object it returns. Okay, so then create. So this is the second step. Okay, then the third step. What is the third step? Creation of statement object. How we can create a statement object? Okay, see, I have declared one reference type here, connection. Okay, connection. So inside this connection interface, having a method called create statement. It will return a statement type object. It is also an interface. Okay, statement st. Okay, so it will return a statement. Why this is needed? Because inside this statement object, inside this statement, I am having the method like execute or execute object, execute query. Okay, there is another also prepared statement, but later we'll discuss about that. Okay, so statement object having execute query, execute update, execute method also to perform DML command like insert, update, delete, also DDL like create table. Okay, So we can use execute update method to perform any select query or fetch from the database. We'll be using execute query method. Okay. So this is the creation of statement object. Fourth is execute the query. See, we can as I said, statement object having execute. Suppose we are creating a inserting data to the table. Okay, so we can use execute update method. Okay, execute object method. So this is the step we are following to execute. Then close the connection. We have to close the connection because we are dealing with costly resources, means we are dealing with objects. Okay, so we have to like connection interface is opened, we have to close. Statement interface we have to close. So whatever are open the interfaces we have to close this. Okay, these are the 5 steps we have to always remember while working with Jdbc. Okay, Jdbc is nothing, it's very simple. Okay, very simple. Okay, so you have to remember these 5 steps. First step is loading and registering the driver software, establish the connection between Java and database, create some statement object, then execute the query, then close the connection. This is the basic 5 steps. Okay, and I'll teach you. I'll show you the demonstration of this program. Okay, let's open the system.